Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate. I'm here today with Memphis and we have a quick, clean and simple practice for you. You just want to get in and get stretchy. This is it. If you've never practiced yoga before, this is also a good practice for you to kind of dip your toes in the water. We have no crazy transitions, no nutsy arm balances, just some movement to get you, I don't know, moving. So find a blanket or a towel folded up, a pillow, whatever that you can sit on, like so. A couple of blocks if you've got them, just to have them. If you don't worry. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, sit on that blanket, towel / pillow, and I will see you in a few. Okay, so we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. If you sit up on a blanket or your towel, it allows your hips to be higher than your knees, which is easier for then your spine to comfortably elongate while you're here. So you can sit cross-legged. I like to fold one foot in front of the other if you want to cross your shins. Even if you want to sit in Vajrasana, right back on your heels, you can do that as well. Just make your way into a comfortable seat. Let your eyes rest in your lap. Your eyes. That's so gross. Put your eyes in your lap, your hands on your eye sockets. Anyway, rewind. You're going to put your hands in your lap and close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths. And welcome to your practice. Oh, goodness. Feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. If you need to kind of shuffle side to side a little bit or move your head from side to side, do all of the things that you need to do to get comfortable. And once you're there or close to it, feel where you can start to lengthen up through the crown of your head. So there's a little more space through the sides of your body and the sides of your neck. And give yourself a moment to enjoy your inhale and your exhale. And a couple more rounds of just nice smooth breath in. And you can exhale through your mouth, why not? And one more. And as you exhale here, you can drop your chin to your chest. And give your head a little shake side to side. And you're gonna roll your right ear so it hovers right above your right shoulder. And then shake your head when you get there. And roll down through center, chin to chest. And you're gonna roll up to the other side until your left ear hovers over your left shoulder. And then a little shake there. And then roll down through the middle again. So your chin kind of hovers over your chest. You're gonna interlace your fingers and then take your hands to the base of your skull. And let your elbows drop down like they were drooping over your ears. And you can modify how deep you want to stretch into the back of your neck by letting the weight of your hands kind of release down into your head, or, you know, not so much. You're going to keep your head bowed, keep your hands right where they are, but start to lift your elbows away from the floor. So they spread apart, start to lift toward the ceiling. Your head's still going to stay bowed, right? But press the back of your head into your hands. So you now have a little or a big muscular activation with the stretch. And now slowly lift your head up, bringing your chin away from your chest. You can lean your head back into your hands and let your chest stretch up as your elbows spread. And try to get the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, to stay long here. Almost like you could kind of use your thumbs and hooked on the base of your skull and lengthen up and back through your neck. Yeah, when you inhale, you're gonna take your arms, stretch them up. When you exhale, bring your arms into cactus. So we've got nice 90-degree angles here. And then start to Draw the tips of your shoulder blades in. Inhale, look up. And when you exhale, we're gonna round in. Elbows, forearms, palms can come together. Curl your chin into your chest. Inhale, take your arms, spread them apart, coming back through your cactus arms. Take your gaze up. And exhale, you're just gonna curl right back in. Round, press your forearms. One more of those. Inhale, reach back. Exhale and round in. Come back through your cactus arms. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're going to take your right arm, thread it underneath your left. Wrap through the forearms. Maybe the fingertips can wrap around that meaty part of your thumb there. Lift your elbows up and slowly start to drop your chin to your chest. And inhale, lift your head. Gonna release your left hand to your lap and take your right arm out to the side. So we're still in that cactus arm thingy here. And now you're gonna take your arm up, bring the hand to your upper back. Fingertips walk down, grab a hold of that right elbow with your left hand. And breathe here, kind of root back down through your sitting bones. And notice if you started to take a big old curve in your back, right? Tuck your low ribs in. Lengthen up through the top of your head. Inhale. When you exhale, left hand comes down. You're going to take your right arm back out to the side into cactus, and then let it flip toward the floor. And then take the back of your hand to your low back. You can walk your thumb up. Spread your fingers. And now the head of this right arm bone is going to roll back. Take your elbow and just let that open behind you too, like a little chicken wing. If any of this feels like it's too much, then just kind of back out of it. That's it. Yeah. And then you're going to take this arm, sweep it out to the side, bring it straight out, right shoulder height, left hand to the side of your head, right above your ear, lengthen. And as you draw your left ear over your left shoulder, take that right palm and just press it down like you were pushing something down toward the floor. And breathe. When you exhale, bring your chin back down to your chest. Shake your head a little bit side to side. Inhale, you're gonna lift up, bring those arms back through cactus. Exhale, this time left arm's gonna thread underneath your right. And you can lift those elbows up a little bit. Feel the tops of your shoulders relax away from your earlobes. And then curl your chin down toward your chest. Inhale, lift your head. Your right arm's gonna kind of drop out and around. Left arm comes out to the side. And now you're just gonna reach up, that elbow still bent. Take the back of your hand to the middle of your upper back. And grab a hold with your right hand. Keep the top of your head stretching up toward the ceiling. And you can take the back of your head and press it into your arm if your arm and your head make contact. Kind of press it back gently. Inhale here. And when you exhale, we're going to release right hand to the lap, left arm out into cactus, and then let it drop down. And bring the back of your hand to your low back, thumb pointing up toward, up along the length of your spine. And take the head of this left arm bone and you're going to curl that puppy back a little bit. So it's almost like you feel like you can kind of carve out some space underneath your collarbone here. And you can take your elbow and point it back a little. Yep. Take a breath. Because I mean, what else is there to do while you're here? And then you're going to take your left arm, stretch it straight out to the side, palm faces the floor, right hand to the side of your head, lengthen up through the top of your head, and then gently draw your right ear over your right shoulder as you press the left palm down. Find that sweet spot of a stretch. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're going to drop your chin back down to your chest, hands to your lap, and let your head go a little bit side to side. All right, now lift your head and just take your gaze over your right shoulder, and then back through the middle, and just look over the left side. And back through the middle. Here you go, we're just going to come off the blankets and come onto all fours. With your hands right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, take your right leg, stretch it back, tuck your toe, push through your heel. And you're gonna float this right leg up and sweep it over to the left as far as it can go. Tuck your toes there and then take your gaze over your left shoulder and look back toward your right heel. Inhale, come back through the middle. When you exhale, you're gonna pull your right knee in toward your right upper arm. You're gonna hold it there for a moment just to work a little bit into the core, nothing too crazy. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You can always use blocks here underneath your hands if it feels like you're too close to the floor. You're gonna let your hips sink forward and work your way into lizard. You can stay up on your hands or lower yourself down onto your forearms. You can keep your back knee down. You can lift it up. Just give yourself a moment to stretch into the front of the back leg, the back of the front leg. Bring your hands back underneath you. You can get rid of the blocks here. You're gonna set your hands about shoulder distance apart, tuck your toes, lift your back knee off the mat. You're gonna step your right foot back to meet your left for plank. Inhale. And when you exhale, pull your hips up, stretch them back. Coming into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers super wide. Start to grip down through the floor. Imagine you had like basketballs under your hands, right? You're trying to palm those basketballs. Feel your upper arms kind of curve in toward your ears as you pull your sitting bones back. And you're gonna let your hips kind of sway a little bit side to side. And inhale, come forward into plank again. When you exhale, you're gonna lower your knees. Find your way back into table. You may need to adjust your stance a little bit, that's cool. Left leg's gonna go back. Tuck your toes, push through your heel, and then float it up. Sweep that leg over to the right as far as it can go. Tuck your toes again. Push your heel back. Take your gaze over your right shoulder so you can start to look back at that left foot. And back through the middle. Inhale, lift it up. When you exhale, you're gonna bend that left knee and pull it toward the outer edge of your left arm. Hold it there. And then sneak it up, coming to the outside of your left hand and move your way into lizard. And again, if you wanna grab a block or something to kind of lean into, you can do that. Make your way down the forearms if that works. Can lift your back knee. All sorts of ways to practice this, and not one is better than the other, just whatever feels better. And come back up onto your hands, about shoulder distance apart. Tuck those back toes, lift your back knee, and then you're gonna step your left foot back to meet your right. Finding plank and downward facing dog. And then take your gaze forward. You're gonna look to your hands, bend your knees, and just walk your feet up. Then we're gonna hang here at the top of the mat in Uttanasana, forward fold. And if your hamstrings are tight or your low back feels like you're getting a major pull, soften your knees and just let yourself hang. Slide your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Come up high enough so you can start to feel the muscles along the length of your spine working here. When you exhale, you're gonna fold again. Bend your knees even more, sink your hips. Inhale, lift your chest, take your arms alongside your ears. Urdhva Hastasana, little fierce pose here. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna fold right back over the legs. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen out. And then plant your hands, step that right leg back. Big step to the back. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Anjaneyasana, you want to scissor your inner thighs, sink into your hips. Inhale, reach up into your fingertips, even as you relax your shoulders away from your ears. Deep breath here. And exhale, right hand to the mat, left hand to the top of your left thigh. You're going to push into both hands, roll that left shoulder open. Find a twist. You can take your gaze up along that left shoulder or keep it down on the floor. Inhale. Then exhale, left hand to the outside of your left foot. Gonna lift your back knee, pop onto your fingertips, blocks under your hands if you want them. Nice long lunges. You reach forward into your chest, kick back into your right heel. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through plank, and downward facing dog. Pull it back. Give yourself a second, kind of shake out your head. Then you're gonna gaze forward and tiptoe up, Uttanasana. Shake out your head again. Inhale, hands to your shins, halfway lift, coming up again so you feel that length along your spine. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Up to the top, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. We're gonna go right back down over the legs. Exhale, fold. Half lift again. Inhale. And from here, you're gonna fold. Step your left leg back. Big step to the back. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana. Keep pressing into your right foot. Take your arms up, shoulders relax. Inhale. Exhale, right hand onto your thigh, left hand to the floor. Press into both hands, roll your right shoulder open this time. You can take your gaze up or keep it down. Full breath. And then drop your right hand to the floor, back toes tuck, pop onto your fingertips, stretch your chest forward, lift your back knee and kind of lengthen through the back body. Deep breath here. Step it back into plank. From plank, you're gonna drop your knees, lower your thighs, your hips, elbows stay close into the body. Start to lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, and then curl yourself up again, baby cobra. And release your forehead, press into your hands. Press up through table. Downward facing dog, toes tuck, knees lift. Okay, inhale, float your right leg up. Gaze forward. Now you're gonna step your right foot up between your thumbs. Give it a hand if it needs it, right? Keep that back knee lifted, take your gaze forward, and then you're gonna swing your arms forward and up, crescent lunge. Hug those inner thighs. Inhale. Sink a little deeper as you exhale. Full breath here. And then open, warrior two. The tops of your shoulders relax. Straighten your front leg. We're gonna go into triangle, Trikanasana. Reach out through those right fingertips. And then let your right hand come down to your shin, the floor if you want. You can use a block or a water bottle. Take your left arm up. Try to keep the sides of your body nice and long. This right one especially, right? You don't want to curl in, but see if you can lengthen. And then lead through these fingertips, press into your feet. Inhale, come up. Keep this right leg nice and straight. Flip your front palm, reach back. Little reverse Trikanasana. Inhale. Exhale, soften the front knee. Windmill your hands down. We're gonna step back into plank. Press the floor away. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, same thing on the left side. Float your left leg up, deep breath in, and then step it up between your thumbs. Help it along if you need it. Come onto your fingertips, press into the floor with your feet, reach your arms straight forward, and then sweep them up. Crescent lunge. Try to keep the low belly drawing in. Inhale. Exhale, open, warrior two. Feel a little stretch up through the top of your head. We're gonna stretch fingertip to fingertip. And straighten this left leg. Deepen through your left hip crease. Reach out and over. And let your left hand come down to your thigh, or your thigh. You know what? Maybe your thigh is where you wanna be today. That's cool. You can come down to your shin or find a block. And feel your left side rib cage roll underneath you. As you lengthen through the top of your head, stretch your right arm up. Nice strong legs here. The stronger you can be through your foundation, the easier it is for you then to kind of stretch outward, right? And expand the top part of your pose. Gonna push through your feet, reach through your fingertips. Inhale, come up, keep this left leg straight, flip your front palm, little reverse triangle here. And reach it back. then soften your left knee. Gonna windmill your hands down to the floor. Step back through plank. Then lower your knees. Thighs, hips, elbows stay close in. Gonna lower yourself down slow into a little baby cobra. Hold here at the bottom, inhale. When you exhale, release your forehead. Press into your hands. Come up through table and drag your hips back to your heels. Find child's pose. And you can stack your hands, stack your fists. Find a block to rest your forehead on if your forehead doesn't comfortably hit the floor. And child's pose isn't a restful pose for everybody. So if it feels like garbage, you can come upright. You don't have to stay folded in. You can even kind of just hang out someplace around here. Then you're going to inhale slowly, bring yourself up, sweep your feet to one side, and take a seat. Stretch your legs out in front. Take a breath here. All right, now we're going to fold the legs in. So I'll spin around. You're going to fold your right leg in, bring your left shin in front. So we are kind of sitting one leg in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall, and then walk yourself forward. I'm going to keep some weight back into your sitting bones, but come on down and relax. You're going to kind of lift yourself up out of it for a second. Walk your hands forward and keep this left side sitting bone glued back. You're going to walk your hands over to the right. Outer left hip pulls back, left sitting bone stays rooted. Bring yourself back through the middle. Come on up, lean your weight back into your sitting bones, kick your feet up for a little Navasana, and then we're just going to switch. Left leg in, right one in front. Gosh, I hope so. Sit up nice and tall. I forgot which leg we did first. They're gonna fold this way. Oh yeah, definitely didn't do this one first. So you might notice that one side is different than the other. It probably is that way on every single pose you do, but sometimes these hip stretches are more enlightening in that fashion. And you're gonna walk your hands out and then take them over to the left, keeping this right side sitting bone, this right side hip kind of pinned back in space. And breathe. And bring yourself back through the middle. Walk your hands underneath you to come on up to sit. Stretch your legs out. And then from here, we're just gonna roll back, right? So legs nice and straight, push through your heels, take your hands up. Gonna flip your palms toward the ceiling and roll back, slow and steady until you get almost to the floor. And we're gonna hold here. Keep reaching your fingertips toward your feet. And when you exhale, you can lower yourself down, draw your knees into your chest, and rock yourself a little bit side to side. That's it. Keep your right knee hugged in. Left leg goes out. Take your knee into your left hand and let your right knee drop to the left. So your right arm kind of hangs out to the side. Inhale up through the middle. And we're gonna switch. Left knee in, take your right leg out. Kick a little energy through your right heel. Take your knee into your right hand so your left arm moves out to the side. Let your knee move over to the right. And come back up through the middle. Keep that left knee hugged in. Draw your right knee next to it and rock a little bit side to side. You can even take your knees a little bit wider. And you're gonna take your legs and just stretch them out. That's it. You can take them wide. Let your arms rest out to your sides. And take just a moment to feel your shoulder blades kind of shuffle underneath you. Close your eyes and breathe. And just try to keep your awareness on your breath. On your inhale, your exhale. And if your mind wanders, it's not a big deal. Just bring it back. Back to that flow of inhalation and exhalation. Stay here as long as you'd like. In fact, the longer the better. But if you need to move into your day, when you're ready to do that, you can start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. And draw your knees in one at a time. Come to rest on your right side. Just take a moment to pause here. And press into the strength of your arms. And come on up and find a comfortable seat. You can grab that pillow or that blanket / towel you were sitting on before. If you want to do that, give yourself a moment there. Feel your shoulders relax again. The crown of your head rise up. As you press your palms together into prayer or Anjali Mudra in front of your chest, take a moment to bow your head. And just say a quiet thanks to your body and your breath for moving you through this. Maybe your first ever yoga practice. Maybe you've been practicing forever and you just wanted a simple, clean bit of movement. Either way, honor your body, your breath, for all they do for you here on your mat and out in the world. May you have a lovely, fantastic day. Thanks for sharing some of your practice with me. I look forward to doing it again sometime. As always, hit that subscribe button. You know how happy that makes me. And I've got some other videos, some other more gentle classes, and some ones that kind of ratchet it up a bit. Have a great day.